Hello, welcome to your current energies reading. We are going to start with Aries. We are going to move through to Pisces, moving through each star sign. I will show you the decks on the table. So we're going to be looking at an oracle card, a shadow card, a yes/no card, another kind of nuanced oracle card, a love card, and then there will be general tarot cards. So we're going to look at finance, love, money, career, any channeled messages that need to come through for you. Get yourself a drink, grab yourself a fan. I've got a fan which is perched on top of a pair of knickers actually. I'm just going to be upfront about that because it muffles the noise, as it were. They're clean, so you may hear the fan from time to time. Okay, are you all ready? We are going to start with you, lovely Aries. I will timestamp this, by the way, should have said that. This will be timestamped in the description box, so you can find it there. Okay, Aries. What do we need to know? Ooh, for Aries. I'm going to take 3 of these. Oh my God. Okay. I think I already know what this is. Yeah, I do. Okay, Aries, you get the 8 of Wands. Straight off the bat, there's something to talk about. And it's something I think you maybe don't want to talk about or you've been reluctant to talk about. You get the 8 of Swords in reverse. If you look at this, this is a card about coming out of a mental prison. So it feels to me, Aries, as if, I'm just going to tweak my microphone. It feels to me as if there's something that's boxing you in and not the only way out of it, that's not true. It's not quite as the only way out, but you need a suitable release. And in my experience of Aries, they do find it hard to sometimes express vulnerability, and we've talked about this quite a lot lately. And do put in the comments how you deal with vulnerability as an Aries. I know that you can deal with it in other people very well, but this is how you deal with it in yourself. Okay, so there's something here about the universe wanting you to release this feeling and to be able to communicate it. So that could be with a therapist, that could be with a friend, that could be that there's a situation at work or whatever it is. And it's up to you, of course, how you put that across, you know, how you express yourself. But express yourself you should. That's a little bit Yoda, isn't it? Express yourself you should. But it's true. We then get the Page of Cups here, which is the beginning of feelings, letting feelings out, making feelings known. So it could be about, and I think it is, about something that's quite dear to your heart emotionally. We then get this card, TikTok, which is just reminding you that actually there is no timeline for this. If you feel like you've missed the boat, you haven't. And you may feel it's too late, but it isn't. We're not working, excuse me, we're not working on clock time. We're working on divine timing here. So you're not on clock time. That's really, really important just to get that across. You're kind of doing something an Aries doesn't like to do, which is working on the unknown. There's no guarantees about this, and there's no, in some cases, known factors about this. Oof. But you will know when it's the right time to speak up. But it won't meet any kind of external deadline. Your shadow card, Aries, is the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is, as a shadow card, is about stability. It can be about money. It can be about somebody who holds the key to your security. So it can be about somebody at work, certainly. But it's also a little bit about yourself and parts of your life that may be or feel unstable to you. it's time to shore up your finances. It's time to look at whether you're doing the best that you can in terms of maximizing your income. It's also looking at any other kind of security in your life, bricks, mortar, your home, your pets, your people. Don't shy away from speaking up if you need help and advice with any of that. Yes. The oracle card you get here is the tree. Growth comes from strong roots and reaching upwards. You have the strong roots, but I would also say reaching outwards. Okay, reaching outwards. Let's take a love card for you, and then we'll take a angel answers card. So have a question ready. Just have it in mind, Aries, to have a question ready at the end. Yeah. Your love card is the Hanged Man. You're like, I know, Gemma. So there is some uncertainty in your love life at the moment. And again, I feel like for some of you, this is something you may need to express yourself about or say something about. The uncertainty may be you, it may be somebody else, but it won't help to try and pretend it isn't happening. Okay? When you get the Hanged Man as well, the universe is saying to you that the reason I haven't sped along on this one, as it were, is because I want you to notice something. The universe wants you to notice something, Aries. Now, have you got your question ready? Because we have the Angel Answers card right here. I know which one it's going to be. Freeze this if you need to. Oof, yes. The answer is take action, and that action is expression, expressing yourself. Okay, Aries, it's really important that you consider yourself and your well-being and your self-love important enough to say something. And yes, they want to hear it. I think that's a question just for one or two of you. Check out as well, I've got a new pick a card reading out, Aries, and if I say so myself, it may be the best pick a card reading I've ever done. I know. It's 3 High Priestesses, and it's what you need to know right now. It's any star sign. It's literally your channel message, what you need to know right now. I will put it in the description box. Check it out, because for you, I think it's more what you need to say, what you need to know, but also what you need to say right now. I love this. Okay, thank you, lovely Aries. And we will go on to Taurus. Hello, lovely Taurus. Oh, I've already chosen your Angel Answers card, so I'm going to put that on the top. That's interesting. Shove it there. That's your little love card. Can't keep anything tidy for 2 minutes, Taurus, can I? Right, what do we need to know for Taurus, please? Well, that does look bad. Even I don't like that. And I'm a messy pup. This one won't behave. Your shadow deck won't behave. What's going on with your shadow side, Taurus? Right, current I can't even say it. Energies for Taurus, please. Current energies for Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Taurus, you too, check out my new pick a card reading when you've done this. It's brilliant. I never say that about my own readings, but it is such a good one. 3 High Priestesses, and you choose one of them, and it gives you the channeled messages from that High Priestess, which is also, as a Taurus, slightly from yourself. Oh, that one came up just like that. That one wants to be there, so I'm going to have to let it out. Sorry, Taurus. Right. What is this? I will link the pick a card in the description box. Woof. Shove them along so you can see them a bit more. Okay, we got the Page of Swords, which is about ideas, communication, messages. 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Six of Pentacles, is that the 9? I'm getting these mixed up in this deck and I don't know why. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Ooh, that's different. When you get the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, and I don't know because I haven't pulled your love card yet, there can be a relationship in the offing, especially if it's unexpected. Could be a friendship, partnership, like a business partnership. Obviously it can be a romantic relationship, but it's unexpected. It's like when you reach that point where you think, now I'm so happy for some alone time. And then that's it. You meet somebody, either romantically or friendship-wise, or something happens. I like that for you. We got the 2 of Wands. So you're at a point here where some piece of information has come into you. It could be a text, it could be an email, it could be a conversation. And it gives you a dynamic choice in your life. So 2 of Wands is a dynamic choice card because you're planting your stake in the ground, but it's also fire. So you're looking at what you've got, but you're also feeling it, and you're thinking to yourself and feeling it to yourself, how can I move forward? What's my gut instinct? What do I feel like? And then we have the 7 of Swords running straight into that. I want to take your shadow card because the 7 of Swords goes right with the shadow card, doesn't it? Let's face it. Because the 7 of Swords as well can be one of 2 things for me. That's your shadow card. Oof. Okay. Judgment is your shadow card. When we get 7 of Swords with Judgment, I don't know, I just feel like something from the past is haunting you a little bit. This could be an ex, it could be an old friend, it could be an old situation that's coming up again as a new situation, and you don't know quite what to make of it. But you need to revisit it, or it's revisiting you. It's a kind of deja vu card. And it can be like a flavour of something that's happened before in a really weird way. I can't put my finger on it completely, but I think you will know. I think you will have a hunch about it. You get Sunset as your oracle card. Endings can be beautiful and bring the promise of a new beginning. They always say that, don't they? That what that means is there's an ending on the horizon. We don't glitter the turd here on Gemstone Tarot. So, as you make a choice to move forward with something here, you must leave something behind, which is not always the easiest. But you also get a leg up, which I really like, because a leg up means there is some kind of help. There is some kind of assistance. Okay, it may seem like you're losing something, but fair enough actually to the Sunset card. There is promise of a new beginning. It's not just BS trying to make you feel better because you're losing something. Your love card is this one, because I just know it is. Pew, 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 my God. Taurus. 8 of Cups. Now, sometimes you know as a tarot reader, and sometimes you know. 8 of Cups, the need to walk away or distance yourself from something or someone. If you do, and I don't say this often, it's not necessarily the end of it. It could be the beginning, as it said here, but you've got to be brave enough to find out. Okay, have your angel answers question ready. And definitely, because you are high priestesses as Taurians, definitely check out my What You Need to Know Right Now, pick a card reading, because I don't know, I feel like it's going to get between the cracks of what you need to know. Oh, are you ready? Have you got your question ready? Peaceful resolution, that's nice. Everything is not quite what it seems, Taurus, in your situation. Seven of Swords talks about that. It speaks to us of that. But at the same time, something requires you to make a move. Something requires you to move forward, to put distance between yourself and maybe a relationship, because it's come up as your love card as the Eight of Cups. I mean, we can't really argue with that. But it's not what it seems. It's not the end. But you can't have the beginning if you're not willing to kind of sacrifice safety or what you think is something. I mean, Taurians are a fixed earth sign, so it can be that feeling of wanting to hold on to something. It's interesting. Let me know your thoughts, Taurus, in the comments section. Okay, Gemini, Gemini. Hello, lovely Geminis. Gemini. What do we need to know from my lovely butterfly Geminis? Oof. So you may be on the cusp of Taurus and Gemini, some of you. Let me know in the comments. Let me know if you're an early, middle or late Gemini. Straight out with the Eight of Cups. Ooh. To be careful with that one, with YouTube. I'm just trying to think. Oh yeah, we're going to use a crystal for that. Right, let's find one that's big enough. There we are. Can't have any TNA on YouTube these days, although some of the videos I get sent on shorts, so you do wonder. But I seem to not be able to. Right, we're going to put that there because it's covering up the naughties. Hanged Man in reverse. Oof. Love you, Gemini. Such duality, which you can handle but nobody else can. This would make most star signs feel weak at the knees. You've got the Eight of Cups, which tells us uncategorically that you need to put distance between yourself and another person, probably. If I'm honest, I'm getting the vibe it's another person, but it can be another, you know, a job, a situation. The Hanged Man says you must make this move, because the Hanged Man, when it's in the upright, is all about staying where you are, being in this kind of suspended state and noticing what's going on around you without actually reacting or making a move to it. That has kind of changed with this, and the universe is saying it's on. The move is on. Whether you've caught up with this or not is up to you, Gemini, and likely being a Gemini you have. So do it. Page of Wands says the opposite. Page of Wands in reverse says no rash moves, no sudden changes. I know. So you literally, being the sign that rides two horses with one arse, because you've got twins, you've got, usually with Gemini, it's just two things, duality, two things in the opposite direction, but you're mutable, you switch and you change all the time. So you're kind of on a circuit where you're sensing what's happening, you're distancing when you need to, you're not making rash decisions, but you're still acting. I know, universe requires a lot of you at the moment. It's like, but you're good for the job, because a Gemini can put themselves in about 1 million places at once. So you are good for the job, but it'll keep you on your lovely toes. I knew you were going to get that card no matter how hard I shuffled. You got a leg up, which Taurus also got. So you may be dealing with Taurians, or you may be on the cusp of Taurus. Because and we're taking that one as well, are we? Okay, yeah. We get here and now. Yeah, the leg up and the here and now means that there's some help coming for you. Can come from a person, can come from a organisation. I mean, who cares? I don't care what help comes from, to be quite honest. It's like luck. You just say yes, please. Like, yes to the help, yes to the luck. Yes, please. So say yes. That's not too difficult. Let's have a look at the shadow card for you. Shadow card for my lovely Geminis. Gemini, go big or go home, isn't it, for you? My God. Right, at this point I'm going to tell you too to watch my pick a card reading, the latest one I've done, the best one I think I've ever done. I think it is. 3 high priestesses, you choose one of them, and it tells you what you need to know right now. And you appear to be in that ballpark. I will link it in the description box. Go and watch it. 3 of Swords as a shadow card. That's full on. Not going to lie, slightly scary, always. And just, there's quite a lot at stake for you here. And I can see how you would find this a bit daunting, even as a Gemini. Running this sort of backwards, forwards, sideways race is a little bit exhausting, but just know that you're built for it, okay? Let's take one of these Beyond the Veil oracle cards. Then we get Snow. Purity and stillness have their own kind of beauty. You're going to be in equal parts still and in equal parts frantic. But know when to be frantic and know when to be still. Let's take a love card. Oh, bloody hell, honestly. You get the 8 of Cups. Yes, Taurus got that one. What can I say? I'm going to take one more for you. But this reading is, you know, you're on bookends. 8 of Cups, 8 of Cups. And I know that because I can feel it. Some of you, yeah, Page of Swords in reverse, confusion. You're walking in on something and you're walking out on something at the same time. And I can't make sense of it for you because it doesn't make sense. And I can see that that is your Angel Answers card. It doesn't make sense, but you can make sense with things not making sense. You are the Alice in Wonderland of star signs. So have your question ready because I'm going to do your Angel Answers card. Are you ready? The answer is the situation will improve. Woohoo! Actually, I really like that for you because this is difficult. Like what you're doing here, I don't understand it, and I'm fully willing to admit that. But I do know, I understand difficulty when I see it in a tarot reading and complexity, and you're kind of undergoing difficulty and complexity there. You are. Yeah. By gum. It's a lot. It's a lot, isn't it? It is a lot. Oof. Even trying to shuffle the cards for the next one, Gemini, they're all flinging around. I feel like there's chaos here. If you can embrace the chaos, that's going to help your situation a lot. Okay? That will help your situation a lot. Check out my High Priestess, pick a card, what you need to know right now. I feel like that's gonna, there's a whole list of timeless pick a card readings there. That's my latest one. It's in the description box. Pick a card readings for you to binge and enjoy. And leave me a comment about your situation because I'm a little bit fascinated and frankly now I'm invested. See you soon, lovely Gemini. Namaste. Hello, lovely Cancerians. Lovely, lovely Cancerians. Okay. Lovely, lovely Cancerians. There will be an additional bonus Cancerian energies reading, so I'll be able to link that hopefully if I've made it. I haven't made it yet, but it will be, I'll put it out at the same time as this one because you are consistently my highest viewing sign. So I'm making that for you, my gift from me to you. Okay, let's get on with it. Why do I not like that card? Okay. Fool in reverse is the first card. Oh gosh. With the 9 of Cups, not too shabby, not going to kick them out of bed for eating crisps. Ooh, and the Knight of Cups. Something's compelling me for a 4th card. Whew. And a 5th. This is unusual. Goodness me. It's a lot. Fool in reverse, I never ignore. It says don't immediately do something. So if you were, and there's also, we're going to do an angel answers card, so you can ask the question for that as well. But I'm just saying, if you've got half a mind on doing something, making a move, you know, I'm got to do this thing, or I'm going to do that, or I can't leave it any longer, I think you can. Don't rush into anything. Don't, if you're hanging on the fence and you're like, oh, I don't know whether to do it or not, at the moment the answer is not. I'm going to say that. The answer is not. It may not make sense actually, but that's just the advice. I'm quite unequivocal when I get the Fool card in reverse. It's like, okay, then I won't do it. Doesn't mean never do it, just don't do it now. 9 of Cups, there's something better. We've got 9 of Cups, Jupiter in Pisces, the emotional wish card, with the Knight of Cups, which is gorgeous actually, because this is something or someone coming forward with good energy and an offer of something. So if this was a job and maybe you had an interview and you don't know whether you were lucky or not, and you're on the brink of ringing up to find out, don't. If this is a relationship and you haven't heard from them and you're on the brink of sending them a text message, don't. Because an offer is coming forward and it's better if you make it, if you wait for it to be an offer rather than something you've asked for. Judgment, this is linked to something that's been going on for a while, has its roots in the past and harps back to something. And the Page of Wands, for some of you, that's a fire sign that you're dealing with, Leo, Aries, Sag. But it can be something you're just very passionate about. And that passion may make you want to make that move, but don't. Because there's something upgraded coming along, which is very, very nice. And you don't want to jump the gun. It's nice, isn't it? Let's have an oracle card for you. That's nice. I love that card. Peace. So there is peace available to you. We'll take it. Thank you very much. And let's look at the obstacles to this. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands usually comes in when there's competition. So I'm just going to take a card to go with the Queen of Wands. Okay, it's going to be that one because it's sliding. Oh God. Three of Swords. Yeah. I don't get the competition, but I do get a sense of powerlessness from the Queen of Wands, because the Queen of Wands is when you feel like the Diva Queen. You feel completely in your power. And the Three of Swords is old wounds, and we've got Judgment here. There's something you need to clear up from the past first before you move forward. And let's have a look at your love cards, and that one wants to be seen. Nice. The World. You're closing out an old cycle. You're in your divine feminine energy, and the Queen of Wands for me is not divine feminine energy. It's what you think divine feminine energy should look like, but it actually isn't. And then we get the King of Pentacles. I like this for you, actually. Don't take the first offer that they make, or the first offer that you get, or as good as you think you can get. Hold out for more. As the Empress, being all four queens put together, feel the sense of being worth more than this. Okay? Have your angel answers question ready. Success. Yeah. So don't go for the first. Don't go for the first offer. Whether it's like someone at work offering you something, someone in love offering you something, or just a feeling that it's kind of life offering you something, don't go for the first offer. Okay? So do check out your special Cancerian thank you current energies reading. I will link it. And also check out my High Priestess. Pick a card reading. 3 different High Priestesses to choose from, because it's really good. Came out as just one of the deepest readings I've ever done. So many good channeled messages for people in there. That will also be in the description box of this video. Thank you, lovely Cancerians, and I will see you soon in the comments. Leo. Leo, Leo, Leo. Leo, Leo, Leo. What do we need to know? God, that card's been there for virtually everybody. What do we need to know for my lovely Leos? That one and that one. What I'm getting coming into me is all that glitters is not gold. We've got this Four of Wands here in the reverse, which is normally a kind of portal card and a card that says, you know, come on in, let's do this. But there's something about making sure that what you want to do, whether it's a job, whether it's a relationship, whether it's just a situation or a decision that you're making at the moment, making sure it's got foundation and that it's got legs and that it's got the ability to really, really support you rather than just dazzle you temporarily. We've got the Page of Swords, which can be an offer because it can be like a verbal offer. It can also be a letter, an email, a phone call, something like that coming in. And it's flattering and it's nice, but at the same time, this Ace of Pentacles is very important. Whatever you choose to do has got to have foundation and longevity. It really does. It has to have a lasting power. Yeah. The oracle card you get is Come to the Edge. So you're taking a risk, but Leos are always taking risks, and that's okay. And it doesn't mean you can't take a risk. The fact that you're looking for something with a lot of foundation doesn't mean it can't also be exciting, but it's also about taking a risk on saying no to things that appear to be too good to be true and holding out for something that is just more authentic than the others. Your shadow card is the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is information. I'd go so far as to say that you don't have enough information yet to make an informed decision about it. Let's have a look at your love cards. Yeah. You get the Magician. And it's interesting. Yes. It's interesting that you get the Magician, because the Magician is glamour and everything that's on the surface and disguise. And you don't always know what's under his hat, you know? Make sure you know what's under their hat. Two of Pentacles in reverse, choices, 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 but are there really choices? Be cautious, be careful, and it's not, you just don't have enough information yet to make a long-term choice. You probably have a good sense of it, but you don't have quite enough info. So try and get some more information. You get Clock. Time is both a friend and a thief. Use it wisely. So you may be under some kind of time constraint as well. But don't let that be everything. It's important that you also realise that you are going to come to this in divine timing, not just clock timing. So let's do your angel answers. Have your question ready. That's so weird. Situation will improve. I'm taking 2. I don't normally do that. Oh, yes. And opportunity. Okay, good. So you have opportunity, and we kind of know this, don't we? We kind of know that you have opportunity. And just don't jump on the first opportunity that comes along. And also in anything to do with love, friendship, have a good look under the hat. Don't be taken in by razzmatazz and glitz, okay? Because as a Leo, sometimes you can be very attracted to that, as we all are, but you do need to know that it makes the grade for you, that it's actually enough as well. Okay? Do check out next my High Priestess Pick a Card reading, where you choose from 3 different High Priestesses and you kind of tap into your own inner knowledge. And it will give you channeled messages that you need to know right now. Oof. Lovely jubbly. Okay, thank you, lovely Leo. Virgo. Hello, lovely Virgo. How are you doing? How are you doing? What do we need to know for lovely Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or cross-watching? We have the Sun in reverse, so what do you not know? Ooh. There's a lot here about what you know and what you don't know. We've got knowing and not knowing. Wow. And know before you ask. They're not all in reverse. That's interesting. Knowing and not knowing, the known unknowns. Sun in reverse literally means no one's shed light on it yet, that you don't know, that you don't have all the information, you don't have all the facts. You may be on the cusp with Leo, by the way, because we just had a reading about the same thing. You're in the dark about something, but the Two of Swords has gone into reverse, which is good, because it means that something is happening with this. You can't stay in the dark. But the Three of Cups is talking about friends, connections, social media, all of those sorts of things. There are no answers for you there. Four of Cups, being alone under a tree, is a far more Virgo pursuit, but also it's putting yourself in emotional neutral, putting yourself in a position of contemplation because you don't have enough information yet, and that's okay. It just isn't there yet. Let's take an oracle card for you. This could be a work situation where you don't literally, they haven't released the information yet, but you have a sense of something, or there's a rumour, you know, going around work about something. You get orphaned. Yeah, you're on your own with this. You're on your own with this. And that is actually the best way to be. You're very intelligent. Virgos are very intelligent. You can handle this, but you're on your own. Don't go seeking, I mean, obviously seek help if you're in trouble, but don't take everybody's word for this. You know what's best. You do. Yes. Six of Wands is your shadow card. So I like that because in the shadows there's a victory here, which is very, very interesting. You can feel that, I think. Your love card is the King of Wands. So fire sign, possibly Leo, Aries, Sag, but also passion and excitement. So it could be, what's this one? Oh, nice, with the Knight of Wands, yes. Passion, excitement, something coming in. If this is an offer or someone getting in touch, you're not in a position particularly to judge it yet. Yes, and you get the Two of Pentacles in reverse as well. It's passion, it's excitement, but the details may not be worked out yet, which is fine. They don't always have to be. But you may not want to make a decision until they are, because you're a Virgo and you do need all the facts. Okay, have your angel answers ready. So have your question ready. Listen to your intuition. Yeah, this is really important actually. Normally I don't like it when you get that card. But listen to your intuition is coming along because it's saying don't be asking other people. You are the one who knows here, okay? You are the one who knows. You know how to tap into your intuition. You know how to get the answers you need, and it's not from your friends, okay? Definitely check out my High Priestess pick a card reading, because High Priestesses are quite kind of silent people, but it's the pick a card that I've done. It's my latest one and it's damn fine. It tells you, it helps you find out what your intuition is telling you, because actually you're choosing a High Priestess in the pick a card. It's like pick a High Priestess, but you are revealing your own wisdom to yourself, which I think is going to prove to be very important for you, Virgo. I'm going to put it in the description box of this video so you can find it. Okay? Woof. Okay, thank you, Virgo. Libra. Hello, Libra. What do we need to know for Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Oof, such a beautiful card though. Look at that, isn't it gorgeous? Nine of Wands, protection and boundaries come up for you for months. Months. Three of Cups. This is about your inner circle, your tribe, but also maybe having boundaries within a friendship. Oh my God, and then you get the Hermit in the reverse. God. Libra. Okay. So, having boundaries, even if they upset people, is going to be a really good thing. They may not be used to you having this level of boundary. Just going to zoom in a bit more. They may not be used to you having this level of boundary, but it's necessary for you to make progress and to not go nuts about a situation. You may feel like going into hiding, but it isn't the right time to do so. Instead of going into hiding, see if you can stay out there, but with appropriate boundaries, so you can still maintain your sanity and space in order to think what you need to think. What oracle card do we need for Libra? Specifically for Libra, please. Okay. Nice. You get happy, happy. So there's something here about unlocking joy with something. Okay. Being able to unlock a spirit of joy. And again, this is quite private. This is not something that I think will happen publicly or in a group. I think this is something that it's something you've really wanted, and it's your private desire to have it. Okay? And you don't really need to answer to anybody for that. And also, this can also be quite unexpected. You know, this can be so that you, what's the word? That you're kind of, you know what you want to achieve and you know how to achieve it. And other people might have different ideas on how that can be done, but you're the one who knows. It's hard to explain that. Then we have the Two of Pentacles as a shadow card. So the Two of Pentacles is, it's about making choices, but making choices in a practical sense and slightly testing them out. So it's a question of trial and error rather than trying to do it all in your head. Okay? It's tricky because I can feel even around the energy of these cards that there is kind of a bit of mystery around it, around your situation. It's a bit mystifying. But don't be pushed by anybody to make an early decision. It's nobody's decision but yours. Let's take an oracle card for you. You also get Sunset. Endings can be beautiful and bring the promise of new beginnings. So you may be kind of caught as to whether to stick with something, whether to leave something. And I've got a love card for you here that's very insistent. You get strength. You have the strength to see this through, whatever it is in your love life. with the Ace of Wands. That's nice. There's a lot of fire energy, so you could be dealing with a fire sign there. But it's a message from the universe as well that you have got the strength for this, and also you have done the work. Let us take you an Angel Answers card. So have your question ready. It can be about anything you want, Libra. And your answer is remain positive. To me, that says it's not an immediate yes, but it's kind of, as long as your boundaries are good, as long as you know you can rely on yourself, and as long as you are relying on your own wisdom and intuition, I think you're going to be okay with this. It's not completely easy, and it may mean walking away from certain things or people, but in the end, that is a very good thing. It's just not that easy in the short term. Do check out my Pick a High Priestess, Pick a Card reading, which will also guide you. It's about what you need to know right now. And you pick a High Priestess and she will tell you what you need to know right now. I think you could really benefit from that, lovely Libra. And leave me a comment. Thanks, Libra. Okay, Scorpio. Hello, lovely Scorpio. I'm going to start with an oracle card for you. I always end up doing slightly different readings for you, Scorpio. Now, if you have not checked out my latest Pick a Card reading, you need to. One, because there is actually, and you might not choose it, but there's a Scorpio option there. I'm not going to say what it is, but there's a Scorpio option. There are 3 High Priestesses and you choose one, and it gives you channeled messages of what you really need to know right now. I'll put it, it's in the description box, hopefully, if I remember to do it. And it's probably the best one I've ever done. Such a deep reading, you will get a lot out of it. Right, God, it's so hot in here, Scorpio. You get to be fair, and I am going to put my fan on. I'm balancing it on a pair of knickers over here. Not too proud to say that. And hopefully it's not going to sound too bad on the recording. Cheat ear. Okay, to be fair. I'm just seeing whether that is coming out on the, hang on. Oh, it is as well. God. I'm going to turn that off because I think it will ruin the sound. Okay, to be fair, Scorpio, this is taking an appraisal of a situation where you're probably feeling quite unfair, because the situation that is visited upon you is not fair, but the way that you deal with it is to bring fairness to it, which is not what we always want to do. And sometimes it doesn't sit well because we're like, well, they've handed me a crock of, you know, they've handed me a steaming turd, and what do you want me to do? Put some glitter on it? No, I don't. What I want you to do is put yourself in their position and just don't even make a decision. Just see it from both sides for now. That will be enough. Okay? There is more to there is more to their side than you know. More to their side than you know. And, you know, that's their fault for not telling you. But we're going to have to dump the idea of fault, unfortunately. Queen of Cups, that's you. You're a Scorpio, you're a water sign. You're split, for me, between fire and water. You feel very passionately about fairness. And you speak up for a lot of people. But ditch the fire bit and get into the water bit. Be the Queen of Cups. Because she acts on her intuition and with compassion, and also you've got some funky insights and just weird stuff that you know about it, and you're right, but it doesn't necessarily help the situation. It is a question, it's not do you want to be happy or do you want to be right? Yeah, it's exactly the Seven of Wands in reverse. Right, okay. You're in a complicated situation. It's got good sides and bad sides. It's presenting some of the more complex sides to you at the moment, which is annoying. You might have to eat a bit of shitty pie, that's what I'm saying, for the sake of the entire banquet. You're the Queen of Cups. Frankly, you need to rise above the other people in this situation because you're better than that. You've got the King of Swords as well, which I quite like. For some of you, that's an outside influence. Could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Could be someone who's in power or authority, or like somebody, like a boss or something, you know, where they're doing something. You're like, well, why am I not on the promotion list? Or why am I the one who's doing X, Y, and Z? I can tell you now they don't have an answer for that. And they're a bit stuck. You're in feminine energy, they're in masculine energy. Fighting your battle in feminine energy means staying on your throne. You're not running after anyone with an axe. It's not action, it's being, okay? Then we've got the Seven of Wands in reverse. Now the Seven of Wands is Mars in Leo, and I think Mars is your ruler as well, isn't it? And it creates a lot of steam with water to have fire. Seven of Wands wants to defend themselves. There's my shield, you know. Come on if you think you're hard enough, that kind of malarkey. Seven of Wands in reverse says pipe down. So Scorpio, I'm going to go out on a limb here, take my life in my own hands and tell Scorpio to pipe down. One of the reasons I'm telling you to pipe down is because reacting isn't going to work, and we should only do stuff that's effective and works. No matter how good it might make us feel in the short term, you're going to cut yourself down in the long term, and we don't want that. Your shadow card is the Sun. The Sun is about full transparency. We don't want that either. And you're good at that. I'll get another shadow card for you. Five of Cups. Okay, yeah. You're going to feel angry. You're going to feel aggrieved. Underneath that is some sadness that you need to feel and experience. Scorpio has a very deep heart. It knows the dark places, and it doesn't expect everything to be fair. But you are a human, you know, you are spirit in a human journey. There will be parts of this that you need to feel emotionally and be able to let go of. It will help you no end. Love card, we get the King of Pentacles, who is exactly who you want as your love person. That is the person who is reliable. That is the person you can count on. I like that that is there. I don't think it's there right now though. And it may be very frustrating wondering where it is. Just let me tell you that it's there. It's around you. Or they are there. They are around you. Stick in your Queen of Cups energy. You get Lantern. Even the smallest spark of hope can light the way. I like that. It's complicated for you. It's a sticky situation. I don't know why I'm getting Gemini vibes as well. I think that's because Gemini had the same kind of complicated, sticky situation. Have a think about your angel answers question, okay? And I'm going to pull you two angel answers cards because it's complicated. So I'll cut you some slack on that. Are you ready? It can be two questions or one question in two parts. Well, we're not going to kick you out of bed for eating crisps because we get yes. Yay! Yes. And the second question, which can be part of the first or a whole new question. Ooh, see, reconsider. All is not completely as it seems for you. You've got yes on the one hand, you've got no on the other hand. You've got you as the Queen of Cups, relying on your intuition, but also that doesn't give you a yes or no answer. So it can be quite frustrating sometimes. You've got a lack of transparency with the Sun card, and you've got the need to feel your feelings, which may be quite well hidden or buried. And then you've got this sort of precision and authority of the King of Swords, but the universe telling you don't make a swipe for them. It's all about this card. It's all about balance. It's all about 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. So know that this isn't the right time to make a huge move as well. It's definitely a time to be considering and then reconsidering. Whew, Scorpio, do check out my High Priestess pick a card reading. That might help you a lot actually, especially if you choose the one I think you're going to choose. And I will see you soon. Thank you, Scorpio. Okay, Sagittarius. Hello, lovely Sagittarius. What do we need to know for Saggy? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Something you feel like you can't escape from. That's nice. Okay. This is gorgeous. I've got to show it you in the upright just because it's so beautiful. Right. Not for you though. In the reverse. 6 of Swords. Can't get out of something. Can't move on from something. Can't escape something. Can't move to the next level. There are many different meanings, but they all mean that you're not getting out of dodge, you know, you're not being able to reach something. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse, which is telling you to massively back off from a situation. Don't do anything rash, don't be reactive, be conciliatory, and don't kind of, if you have hunches, normally it's a good thing for you to follow them. And I'm not saying don't, but I'm also saying check out how much basis there is, because you've got this Ace of Pentacles in the upright in the middle, which is definitely a card that's talking about longevity. And Leo got this, and someone else got it as well, but definitely Leo got it. What is going to stick around, and what are you going to want to stick around for? If things go down or if things go wrong, often as a Sagittarius, you will jump ship, which is good, because normally you've got very good judgment and you've got very good sense of when you should be moving off and following your nose and not apologizing. But in this case, there may be more behind it than you think. Let's get an oracle card for you. Yeah. You've got poised. You're kind of perfectly balanced, but it's not a good time to push off in either direction. So this could be about a job offer that you've got. It could be in a relationship, and we'll take you a love card in a minute. Stick with, you've got to pretend that you're kind of doing an audit of your situation and you want proof and evidence of how it's going to work. Woof. Your shadow card is the Devil. The Devil is toxic patterns, so look out for toxic, yeah, because I get the Devil with Justice. Look out for toxic patterns. Also, and this is quite hard to do, look out for your own toxic patterns. When do you normally try and flee the scene? When do you rush? When do you rush to judgment? When do you do whatever it is that we all do that's our own little toxic pattern that we kind of know about? And check yourself on it, because long-term good is more important than short-term anything. Take a love card for you. 5 of Wands in the reverse. Well, that's rather good actually, with the 6 of Cups. I like that. 5 of Wands is confusion around communication, and that's gone into reverse. But you may need to wait for that. So don't bite too soon, because the true communication may come through a little later, and it's worth waiting for that. We've got 6 of Cups, which is a special friendship, a special bond. It can also be almost telepathic type bond. So don't run at the first sign. Challenge your own feelings of needing to escape. Obviously you keep yourself safe and all the rest of it goes without saying, but you know yourself in this situation of the Devil. Know yourself. Yeah, you get Mushroom as your oracle card. Progress often happens at the most unexpected time, and that definitely resonates here, because you're panicking. You're going to feel like, I must do this, I must go, I must leave this. And there's something that just says, hang on a minute, there's more to this, and there's more to be gained from not reacting too soon. Okay, have your angel answers question ready? Oof. Let go. Ooh, that's a really powerful one, isn't it? Gosh, that is really, really powerful. Let go of old patterns. Let go of old people. People who no longer belong in your life. But I think it's more important to recognise the pattern than the person, because different patterns can show up in, or the same pattern can show up in different people. So it's not the person, it's the pattern, and that's really important. This could be a job situation that you had 6 years ago, and now you got the same situation but different person, different place. So take a measured approach. Check out when you pick a card reading with 3 High Priestesses what you need to know right now, because I think that will also throw some light on it for you. And leave me a comment. Thank you, lovely Sagittarius. Let's have a bit of water. Okay, Capricorn. What do we need to know right now? Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. King of Swords. Strength. Well, that's a bit good. Okay. King of Swords for some of you may be, stretching my leg, maybe an authority figure, but they're not to be feared. So this can be someone who's going to grant you permission on something. It could be a boss. It could be a company that you're dealing with, a fight that you're having. It could be an air sign person, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But I like it. It can also be you fighting precision with precision. So if you're wanting something, be very precise about why you want it, why you deserve it, how it's going to work, present your case, present the facts. You know, if you're applying for a loan or you're applying for a job or you're having to make a reasonable case for yourself, do it with precision. Strength is about knowing yourself. You do know yourself, Capricorns. Capricorns have generally not got great big egos. You kind of know yourself. You know your faults by now, but you know your plus sides as well. We get the Nine of Cups. This is about desire. What do you dream of? What do you want? What do you long for, Capricorn? Because it's time to take some... It's time to believe you deserve it, and it's time to take some steps to bring it into life, into action. I like this for you a lot. Nine of Cups is more touchy-feely than the other two. It's more about your dreams, your desires, you know, the stuff that sometimes gets ignored when life gets in the way. But the universe is saying, prize your dreams. Absolutely speak up for them, because they're very, very important. More so than you know. You get mending. This could be a female bond that you're mending, or you're mending a memory, as in you're remembering something. You could be mending a relationship with just about anybody or anything, but there's a lot of power in that. It can be that somebody wants to reconnect with you, apologise to you, build a bridge with you. It's a nice feeling card to me. Let's look at your shadow side. The Nine of Wands, being overprotective. So building your wall too high, which is something Capricorns can do, because Capricorns, in my experience, are great worriers. You fret quite a lot. You anticipate correctly the problems that are ahead, and of course that worries you because you can see how it's going to pan out. It feels like you may need to soften the armour in order that people can still get through and that you can still achieve and have what you want. We get the Eight of Pentacles in your love cards. With the Three of Pentacles, this is all very practical. And the Seven of Wands, yeah, it's about, in all relationships, all your love relationships, your friendships, even your work relationships, if you like the person. It's all about working together. How far can you work together practically? In what sense can you work together? And also, what are the things you need to stand up for, and what are the things you need to drop? It's a real choose your battles wisely card. Mostly because you don't want to waste energy on all of those things. Okay, have your angel answers question ready, lovely Capricorns. And you get yes. Woohoo! That's really nice. Doesn't always come up actually, so that's really good. So whatever your question is, it's a big fat yes from me. Woohoo! I like this, particularly these three, because I like the precision of the King of Swords. I like that you know yourself well enough to be able to make a move. And I like that you perhaps are moving into a position of strength so that you can know that your dreams matter as much as the next person's. regardless of what you might have been told, you know, maybe when you were younger. It can be putting the ghosts of your sort of feminine ancestors to rest. Do check out my Pick a Card High Priestess video that's in the description box, because there's a lot in there about female ancestors, so it might really resonate with you. It's in the Timeless Pick a Card readings for you to binge and enjoy section. Thank you, lovely Capricorns. Aquarius. Do, 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 do. Aquarius. Do, 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 do. Hello, my lovely, eccentric, gorgeous Aquarians. That's about 5 signs have got the Page of Swords now. Ooh. Thinking about things with the Page of Swords. You are an air sign. It is your job. Ooh. Taking action on injustice. We have Page of Swords, which is thinking about something, reasoning it out, Mercury energy. Aquarius is not big on injustice as it is, but this situation is really going to annoy you, because there's something here with the Six of Pentacles in reverse where you can see that something should be happening and it isn't happening. Or you can see that something should be coming in and it's not coming in. Knight of Wands is either you taking action or you gathering other people to take action. You've got a good argument, you've got a lot of sense, and you want to make sure that it's fair. I'm trying to think who this came up for. Scorpio. Came up for Scorpio. The thing about it being fair or unfair. Let's take a card. Yeah, oof. Your oracle card is Unfinished Symphony. This is something that's been knocking around for a while. Could be a thing going on at work. It could be a thing going on with a friend. But there's a sense that this isn't quite right. This is a bit unfair. It could be in your own relationship with somebody. We'll do a love card in a minute. And you're going to want to set it straight. And fair enough to you, actually. But just notice before you take action how many times this particular situation has arisen in your life. Or is there a time before that you know of? You get the Four of Wands as a shadow card. You're not quite where you need to be. You're not quite in the right place at the right time. And you're feeling that. So take the steps that need to be taken to make sure that you get into the right place at the right time. Because you're missing out on an opportunity here that's a little bit magic, actually. So reason things out with the Page of Swords, take action with the Knight of Wands, injustice with the Six of Pentacles in reverse, acknowledge this might not be the first time this pattern has shown up with the Unfinished Symphony, and know that you need to kind of correct this so that you can get into the right place, into the opportunities, into the luck opportunities. Your love card is the Sun, which is absolutely gorgeous. The Sun is good vibes, transparency, finding something out, knowing what's good, feeling the heat, it's passion. And I feel like you can't get there until you've done this, because this is somehow holding you back from that, which is really interesting, Aquarius. Don't allow anything to hold you back from what is truthfully yours. You get waterfall. Surrendering to the flow can lead to powerful transformation. I'm going to take one more of those. Yes. Cloak. Sometimes you need to protect yourself. Be cautious. Now, I haven't taken 2 for anyone else, so that was much needed. Let's have your angel answers question and I will get the answer ready. So are you ready with your question? Ooh. Yes! Sweet. Take action. Literally that Knight of Wands card. I like that for you, Aquarius. Do check out my pick a card reading with the 3 High Priestesses. One of the best readings I've done in a really long time, actually. It was... I had to have a lot of naps when I did it, but that's always a good sign. It was it's a very deep reading, and it will give you channeled messages about what you need to know right here and right now. Okay, thank you, lovely Aquarius. Pisces. Hello, lovely Pisces. We're going to start with an oracle card for you too. Or for us, considering I'm a Pisces as well. What do we need to know for Pisces? Sun, moon, rising. Yes, I know that loyal heart's at the bottom there. Just saw that too. What do we need to know? It's that one. Why? Curiosity. And I want to look at the bottom. Oof! And milk and honey at the bottom. Yeah, hey. So, Pisceans are always asking why. It's built into the software. It can be a bit exhausting because sometimes we just want to switch off and live, but our brain is always going, why do they do that? Or why does this happen? Or what's the best way for that? How can I find my land of milk and honey? What's best for me? Is this good? Should I be eating this cream cake? Should I be having a nap? Should I be doing my 10,000 steps? Should I become a poet? You know, Pisces is like a million different questions rolled into one. It's a curiosity. So it might be time as well to do a bit of what we call book learning, to do something that, oh, Pisces, look at that. Do something that Pisces should always be doing, which is learning. So whether you do it by video, whether you go and join an evening class, learning is good. Especially if it's a bit esoteric. Okay, very nice cards for Pisces. Don't mind if we do. Looking at the bottom. Okay, why did I do that? Justice in reverse at the bottom, but actually that doesn't really matter, which is nice. We've got Justice in reverse, which has come up quite a lot for a lot of people. 3 of Wands in reverse. Something is not fair, but we know it's not fair. And for Pisces, it could be anything, because Pisces absorbs the energies of the whole world in like a single form, which is very, very hard. And quite often you can go around as a Pisces feeling like you feel everybody's feelings all the time. And it's confusing to the system. The universe is saying 10 of Cups. Isn't that gorgeous? 10 of Cups, Mars in Pisces. Happiness is fully available, which we love. It's lovely. And manifestation is key because we've got the star. Pisces is the most talented manifesting sign of the entire zodiac. Your life is a manifestation, channeled message. You don't need to try. Sometimes you just need to remember that you are manifesting all the time. Okay, so might as well make it good, because the star is here for assistance. And, you know, sharpen your pencil and get writing in that journal or your vision board or whatever you do, because you can overcome the injustice part and scooch straight to the milk and honey. It's like a pass. Shadow card is the Knight of Cups. So something is in the shadows and it's about love offers or offers of love, whether that's from significant others or whether that's from friends. And our love card is the Empress. I love that we get the Empress. The Empress is about self-respect. The Empress is about staying on the throne, not getting sweaty and running around and chasing anything. I did a little thing on the Pisces reading last month where I talked about Pisces' kind of propensity to chase anything. And let me know in the comment section, like if you feel like the shop is running out of a certain brand of something you like, you can panic buy as a Pisces. If you feel like a person is running out on you, you can panic and run after them. You can never forget them. You know, you're always running after them in your mind. If there's a job you didn't get, you may never forget it. So let me know as a Pisces how you deal with that. But I feel like that is in this reading as well. I don't know why. Let's just take this. Oof, love this. We get pebbles, which are like water glass as well. The smallest actions can cause the greatest ripples, especially as a Pisces. The smallest amount of manifesting is going to pay off for you at the moment when you see this, Pisces. Definitely, definitely, definitely check out my very Pisces-y pick a card reading where you pick a High Priestess, one of 3, and you get channeled messages, because High Priestess is also it's a very water sign card, so it's a very Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio card. But Pisces, your messages are usually quite hidden under layers. So go and have a look at that. You'll be surprised. It's one of the best readings I've done. It was just really in alignment, that reading. I'm so glad that I did it. I will link it in the description box. It's called Pick a Card, and it's 3 High Priestesses on the front. Thank you everybody from Aries through to Pisces, and I will see you all soon. Namaste.